Hello, this is Melody Granger. I'm going to show you how to create a color-coded routine chart, or you can call it a time map, so that you can reference what the heck you're supposed to be doing that you want to get done. The very first thing you're going to do is open up Excel. Now you may have a different version than I do, and that's okay, because in the toolbar across the top, what you'll do if it's different than mine is just look for the wording that I tell you to click on. It just may be in a different location. First, I want you to format the page. So I like to go ahead, click on Page Layout, Orientation, and change it to Landscape. And see these little dotted lines over here? I believe that's where my page is going to end, but I want to make sure. So, wait, I have to put something in there. Let me just put Monday. So you'll go to Print and then Print Preview. And then once the preview pops up, close it. It shows you exactly the area that it's going to print in. So for my version, it automatically popped it up for me, but it doesn't do that on every version. And I'm going to be a lot more detailed in this video because I know that there are some ladies out there who are not familiar with Excel, because I've created routine charts before for them because they didn't know how to use all the functions that you can in Excel. So for me, I only do this for Monday through Friday because those are my hardcore stay in my routine days. For the weekend, it's free for all, lots of spontaneity around here. So on each column, I will enter the dates that I want to use my chart for. The reason I'm not using the very first column yet is because I'm going to insert times to do these things, time estimates. Okay, highlight B through F columns, right click, click on column width. I'm going to put 18 because I want these to be larger. And I still have more room, so I could even make these a little bit larger. I just don't want it to go past the print area. That's why I had you go ahead and see the print preview to make sure your columns would all fit. I'm just going to go up a little bit more. I'm going to go to 20. Okay. I like my things centered, so I'm going to highlight again columns B through F and center align it. Actually, that one was middle align, which centers it from top to bottom. And then there's a center that centers from right to left. Okay, so that's all done. And I want to highlight my Monday through Friday row because I want to bold it. I love bolding things. Okay, so now I'm just going to start entering in information. What you'll do is enter in your information based on your most natural tendencies. So for example, whatever time you naturally get up, then that's where your time will start. And I personally have to warm up to my day, so I'll wake up and brew coffee, unload dishwasher, and then I head outside. Okay, so I really want this to show up so that I can see the entire thing across the board without retyping it for every single day. So I've highlighted this row and went all the way across to the row I want it to extend to, which is row 2 in columns B through F. And I'm going to merge all those cells. Merge and center them. So now it's just one nice line. So it usually takes me about an hour. So my next time is going to be 8:30. The next thing I do is what I call the You First routine. Tidy house. I really can't function well if there's a lot of stuff everywhere or things need to be done. And also, if I do this every morning, then whenever I focus on a project or really being productive, if I don't have a reason or an excuse to pop up and run and do something around my house, then I'm going to dive right into my stuff because I have no excuse and I'm like ready. So I tidy my house. I'm going to merge and center again. It usually doesn't take me long, 30 minutes. Then I go to the next thing. And I get to my office. I'm going to merge and center again. So I prep for my phone coaching, and that just, for me, that means I go into my email, whoever I am working with, I review their pictures, their progress, and where we're going to pick up, and just get their notes out, the notes that I've made for them. I get everything on my desk ready to go. Once I'm done with my morning routine, different days of the week, I'm doing different things. I've decided I'm going to make my columns a little bit wider. For my timing, I switch between like 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour doing things. So my timing is set up for how long it usually takes me to do something. Of course, this isn't a really detailed daily to-do list. It is more of a batching what you're doing so that when you look at it, you're like, okay, that's what I want it to get done today. And I go from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock because I like to wrap up just before my children get home from school. They ride the bus, so I don't have to go and pick them up. Now, whenever you want to combine so that you don't have to type in each section, you can highlight where you want to start and go down to your timing and then click Wrap Text. And then click Merge and Center. And that'll keep it within the size of your column. On the days that I work in person exclusively at their home, then I usually stay there a little bit longer. I don't have an exact time that I leave because it is really dependent on how we're doing and how the energy is. I want to point out something. My drive to my client's house may take longer than what I have here, but I'll let them know what time I'll be arriving depending on how far away they live. So I just include it in part of their session. You know, if they're an hour away, then we're going to get started later. Now, I am more of a night owl. Tend to go into creation mode where I can decide if I want to write an ebook or do a group program on organizing paper or whatever it is, whatever I come up with. Like my brain sparks at night or Wednesday and Thursday. That's my most natural time. And when I have energy and I've done with my in-person and my private calls. Right now, my girls do not have any after-school activities going on, so I don't have to work that in. Now, in the spring, it changes. I am showing you a schedule of what my fall would look like. Also, my girls, I do not have to stand over them for them to do their homework. They do it. Once you start setting this all up, you can go in and add, like if you want to, like I want to add a 9 o'clock here, because this is really when we wind down. Okay, on the timing in the left column, everything does not have to be exactly perfect as far as the time. Like one day, you know, there might be a 15-minute difference or whatever. Now I like to put borders around my things, so I like the thick border. So I'm just going to click borders, and not that my girls want to visit that much anymore, but they like to hop on TV, have a snack, that fun stuff. Homework and dinner actually happen hand in hand because while I'm making dinner, they'll be working on their homework. Okay, so here is what my my routine for the most part looks like. Let me just square this off or it will drive me crazy. Now I'm going to color code it. And what I'm going to do first is for work related items, I am going to give them a color. And you do whatever color that you like. Whoops, I changed the text. I didn't mean to do that. Take that back to black. It's actually, how about blue? Okay, for things around my house, because if you can't keep up with your house, then it can really cause problems. Let me see what color I want. I'll go with that color. And then family time, hold on, let me click it. So you'll click the box that you want. I'm going to change my my travel to client's house since I am in a vehicle. Whoops, I changed the text. I'm going to put it in a gray or lighter color because I'm actually traveling in my vehicle on these days. And then me time, things that I enjoy, looking for a nice color. You can always click more colors, and let me find a color I really like. I like this one. Ooh, it's kind of bright. Which is, you know, if you like bright, that's awesome. Let me go down a notch. Yeah, I'll go with that color. And I call sleeping me time. I love sleeping. And I really don't have to put like the girls' shower because that doesn't involve me. But we chit-chat around everything, so I'll make that family time. Whoops, let me change the color. Okay, so it doesn't take much time to fill in a routine chart, and you can really see how much you have to do. And I didn't even break it down into like detailed steps of what would be done. This is just a general routine chart, color coded so that you have a general idea of what you're doing, like how much time you're spending in the car, how much time you're given to yourself. So if you exercise, you can add that in. Or if you want to work on a project around the home, like an organizing project, which is a really, really big deal, I would put it on, let's say, a Monday. Pick your times, or at least every other Monday, that's what you work on. You keep going back to a project and keep going back to a project and putting some hours in, and it really will start to come together. So that's where I suggest that you start tackling deeper cleaning projects or organizing projects and decluttering, is by finding one day a week, or it can be every other week, but put it on your routine chart. For example, on the private call day, I also do accountability call-in day, and those rotate every other Monday. And so every other Monday is actually the day that I also spend cleaning out a closet or a dresser drawer or an area that's getting out of control because more stuff's coming in, and once the space gets full or doesn't make sense anymore, then it's time to clean it out. So while my clients are doing it, I'm also doing it. It's really fun because I have to keep up too. Got a full load going on over here. Okay, so that's how you create it. Now you have to do is print it, and if you want to cut it out or put it print it on a cardstock paper or something that you can hang, whether it's on your refrigerator or tacked up on corkboard or wherever you want to put it, where you can see it or you know where it's at. So if you're trying to figure out what the heck is going on, you can look at this and try to get back on track and to remind yourself, like, you have it worked out, just follow it. And every day is not going to be perfect, and there are going to be things that come up in life that throw you off track, but the goal is to get back to what has worked for you. So this is so handy and so easy to use, and it really can help you be very conscious of creating a routine that is really working for you and that you're sticking to, because it's very important and it's a great habit to be into, to like stay on top of things. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I would love to know if you created your very own routine chart, especially a color-coded one. If you have, go to facebook.com/Melody Granger, Eliminating Clutter, Simplifying Spaces, and let me know that you did that. You'll have to like the page to leave a comment on there, but I would love to hear from you. Thank you for being here and trying to get a handle on this stuff and learning about how to keep up and get ahead and not feeling overwhelmed. It's a tough job to keep up. I'm sending you much love and good vibes so that you stay in good spirits and keep moving forward. Bye now.